Okay, so welcome to those of you in the room and those who are now viewing this on their cable. This is our Selectmen's meeting, October 27, 2015. The board began the meeting at 6 p.m. And entered into executive session immediately at the outset of the meeting to discuss a matter of litigation. We're now out of the executive session. We'll move into the public portion of our meeting agenda, and as we always do at the outset of our meetings, I'd like to invite everyone present to please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So let me also acknowledge and thank those who were here earlier for their patience while we attended to that particular executive session item. We appreciate your patience while we did that. So the first item we have on our agenda at 7 p.m. tonight is a liquor license hearing, which involves a request to transfer a wine and malt license. So what I'm going to do is read the hearing notice. This is a public hearing, and I'd invite any representatives of the new ownership, which I believe is Crystal General Store, to just please come forward to this particular table, and we'll talk to you as soon as I finish reading the hearing notice. God bless you.
Thank you.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Selectmen, in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 138, will conduct a public hearing on the request of A. and Shankar, Inc., doing business as Crystal General Store, by Arvind K. Patel, President, to transfer a wine and malt license to Srinath LLC, doing business as Crystal General Store, by Alka Patel, Manager, on premises described as 2,900 square feet of retail space and convenience store with one front entrance, one rear exit, and delivery access from a loading area, located at 1120 Main Street, Tewksbury, Massachusetts, 01876. The hearing will be held on Tuesday, October 27, 2015, at 7 p.m. in the Selectmen's Meeting Room, located at the temporary Town Hall, 464 Main Street, Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Input is welcome from the public. The Board of Selectmen recommends that comments be submitted in writing to the board on or before noontime on Friday, October 23, 2015. So this hearing notice was properly noticed, and my colleagues have the required Alcoholic Beverages Control Commission application and information. So let me turn to the individual in front of us and ask you, if you would, ma'am, to just introduce yourself for our record, and our secretary, recording secretary, will gather that information. So good evening.
I'm Alka Patel.
Thank you. So you are the proposed new owner?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you are trying to accomplish. You have been in the business before or
Yes,
currently?
I'm now running my convenience store, beer and wine store in Bella. It
Okay.
lasts 8 years,
Yeah.
and I'm the partner over there, and I do working every day.
Okay. So are you buying this premises, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do colleagues have questions concerning this request?
I have no questions.
Okay, and I'll note for the record that counsel has reviewed this document for us. He had no concerns with it. And there was, I believe, if you look a little further, I believe there was a query application that was completed. And I think we recently went through a transaction, a license transfer on this property. I don't know how long ago it was, but
Last month.
not too long ago. Yeah, okay. All right, any questions?
No.
first and foremost. Is there anyone else present in the room that wishes to speak to this particular matter? It is a public hearing, as I mentioned. Okay, I don't see anybody rising. So with that having been said, I'll ask if any colleagues have any motions that they wish to make relative to this license transfer request.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the transfer of Walton Wine and Malt license for Crystal General Store.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion made, and that's been seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And I'll vote in the affirmative as well. So we're good to go. You're good to go. We wish you
Thank very
well.
much to
Okay. Well, good luck with your new enterprise.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, let me go to our next item, which is to invite any residents who might be in the room who have any item they wish to address with the board to come forward. I don't see anyone expressing interest in that. So that brings us to the next item on our agenda in the new business category. My colleagues should take note that they have an application from Mr. Darrell Hines to serve as an out-of-town constable. And he has written to us. He has also provided correspondence from various elected officials and extensive letter relative to his own personal background. You also should have in your materials communication from our police chief indicating that he has no concerns. And you'll lastly note that we have a roster currently of 7 constables that are not Tewksbury residents. We can have no more than 10, so we have room on the roster for up to 3 more. And those terms are for 3-year terms. In this case would be a shorter term duration, which would expire on June 30 of 2017. So it's a partial 3-year term. I'd ask if there are any questions about the application by any of my colleagues.
I thought the application was very complete, very impressive.
Okay.
I don't have any questions.
All right, so we have no questions, and I'd ask if there are any motions relative to that application.
Make a motion to approve the application, constable application for Darrell Hines.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, so we have a motion made by Mr. Gates, seconded by Mr. Kratman. Just to reaffirm, the term expiration on that, Mr. Gay, would be June 30 of 2017. Is that
Yes, that's
your
correct.
motion? Okay. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye as well. So we've now voted that effective immediately. All right, what brings us to Mr. Montori's portion of the meeting. You have some invoices to review?
I do. There are invoices from senior town council and town council in the board's packet. There are 2 invoices for the month of August and September for senior town council that I would ask the board to approve. One is in the amount of $5,277, and the other is in the amount of $7,229.84.
Okay. Are there any questions on those particular invoices or their detail? And if not, are there any motions on those 2 invoices?
I'll make a motion to approve the invoices as presented.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
All right, we have a motion made by Mr. Panelitis, seconded by Mr. Gay. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the chair will vote aye as well. That will be unanimous.
And there are 4 invoices for the town council for, again, the months of August and September, since he bills every 2 weeks. The first is $2,847.50. Second is $1,785.50. third is $2,507.50. And the fourth is $2,507.50. And I would recommend the board approve the payment.
Any questions for the town manager on those items? If not, I'd ask for a motion to approve.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve those invoices as stated by town manager.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have a motion made and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes aye as well. Back to you, Mr. Montori.
The next item was brought forward by the fire chief. The mutual aid agreement for District 6 was recently renewed, and when looking back over some historic documents, we couldn't find a formal vote that the board would have taken to enter into the mutual aid association agreement that's allowed under Mass General Laws, Chapter 48, Section 59A. So we're asking that the board vote to approve the agreement with mutual aid for Fire District 6 as recommended by the fire chief. And just as a note, Fire District 6 is comprised of the towns of Tewksbury, North Reading, Andover, Wilmington, Brooklyn, Lowell, Chelmsford, Drake, Tingsboro, Dunstable, Pepperell, Shirley, Devens, Air, Littleton, and Groton. So it's a fairly large group. All the towns have voted to be part of the district, and by the board's vote tonight, we'll formalize our participation in District 6 for mutual aid.
And this is the same district constitution that we've been participating in for a number of years, right? Okay. And to the best of your recollection, or that of Chief Hazel, it was suggested that prior Board of Selectmen, maybe back into the 60s or 70s, may have actually voted to enter into
Yes,
the...
we just can't find it.
You have no record of it? Okay, so in effect, we're going to ratify that prior decision. And I know from talking with the chief in the past when he's been here, this is, in his mind, I would assume, a essential element to how we protect residents of
Absolutely,
Tewksbury.
whether it's fighting fires, having backup for ambulance service, covering stations when we're somewhere else. So the towns all work well together. As I noted, the reason why I wanted to read all the towns is it's a large group covering a large area. So
Sure.
this is true regionalization.
Yeah, great point. Okay, are there questions? If not, I'll ask for a motion to vote to maintain our membership.
I would vote to enter into a mutual aid agreement with District 6.
Okay.
I'll make that motion to enter into agreement with District 6.
Second.
Thank you. Okay, motion's been made by Mr. Kratman, and that was seconded by Mr. Panelitis. All those in favor, please indicate, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I'll vote in the affirmative as well, so that would be unanimous. We'll record that for posterity's sake, and hopefully they'll have that record in 40 years. Okay, that now brings us to the next item, discussion.
The next item, Mr. Chairman, is in regard to Kinder Morgan and the town becoming formally applying as an intervenor status if needed once FERC makes its decision. This has been something that has been discussed with the coalition, and it's something that other towns have done. Simply what I'm recommending the board do tonight is to, in order to protect its legal standing with the courts, should we desire to challenge the FERC decision when it comes out, that we file for intervenor status, and just essentially protect the town's legal standing if needed. There's no real administrative costs involved. If we send any correspondence in regard to this issue, we'd have to inform all of the interveners involved. That could be obviously many towns, but I think it's a small administrative cost and work to do just to keep us